For me, pizza's a lot about memories and doing stuff with our family. It's the smell, the taste, the noise of your childhood pizza shop. That's the stuff we don't forget. It's the Chicago way. I want my place to feel like that, like home. That's why I started Berto Lozis.
What about deep dish?
I get this a lot at the pop-ups and at the food stall. When I say we specialize in Chicago cracker thin pizza, they're always like, well, when I think of Chicago pizza, I always think it's deep dish pizza. And if you talk to anyone from Chicago, deep dish pizza is more geared towards tourists, but locals, we eat thin pizza. I grew up in Illinois in the southwest suburbs of Chicago. After Little League games, we all would go over to Toledo's Pizza in Countryside. You'd walk in and there's arcades and kids running around. You get that first whiff of like cleaning supplies, pizza, and cigarettes. I can smell the type of cheese that they would cook. It's just like chaos. Hearing everyone talking, kids running around, and then like all the music would stop. It'd be some like older Chicago woman like screaming, "Number 47, your pizza's ready." And then you'd run up to get your pizza and the parents would grab their pitcher from the bar there. That was like my first memories of going to a pizzeria. My mom, oh man. My mom and I had a relationship where we could look at each other and just know how the other person feels. She was a Chicago public school teacher forever. She typically saved everything to provide for us, wanted to make sure we had whatever we needed. Some people take longer to grow up than others, and she was always there for each stage of my life. I think the part that I keep replaying over my head that I try to carry with me with the pizzeria is when my mom was getting close to passing, holding her hand and her looking at me and saying, "I know it's coming," that she was passing. That was a dark time. After my mom passed, I was drinking and abusing alcohol at that point. But you can't grieve and you can't drink at the same time. A year later, I moved down to Atlanta with my family. Pizza's always been the biggest thing. If we move anywhere, it's like, who's gonna be our local pizza guy, right? I just had a moment where I was like, oh no, I can't even get the same style of pizza I grew up with. And that made me miss home. I first started making tavern-style pizza at home and testing it out with my family and friends, and people loved it. I always knew that if I wanted to get to the next level, I'd have to start doing pop-ups. September 6th, 2024, I had my first pop-up. This is go time, right? Like, if you're gonna do it, do it. The first pop-up was just chaos. It flooded. There was tickets all lined up. The wind was blowing tickets. We didn't have a buzzer system, so I'm running out trying to find people in the crowd. We weren't keeping track of how much dough we had, so we oversold the pizzas. I had to pay people back in the audience. We forgot to bring the pizza peels, the one thing that we needed. But we sold out 40 pizzas. And it just becomes this addiction. I mean, it's like, okay, where's the next one? How am I gonna make this better? Firemaker, 50 pizzas. Variant, 60 pizzas. Oak Street, 100 pizzas. We couldn't make them fast enough. We'll make dough on a Monday, use a high gluten flour, cold ferment it, and then we'll sheet it, age those dough sheets so we get it to a nice cracker thin pizza. Up and char pepperoni, whipped ricotta, hot honey, basil, oregano, and shaved Parmesan Reggiano. A few months after that first pop-up, I got an offer to take over a food stall at Roswell Junction. There was a lot of emotions and a lot of anxiety going into the first pop-up just because, you know, I named the pizzeria after my mom, Joyce Bertolozi. And unfortunately, there are no Bertolozis alive today. So I thought naming the pizzeria would really honor her and make me feel like there's still family from home here with me. I have a couple specialty pizzas, and each pizza is named after a Bertolozi that's passed. Lena Bertolozi, my grandmother. George Bertolozi, my uncle. Our number one seller on our menu is called the Joyce, after my mother. My ultimate goal is to get to a brick and mortar, and I think you have to put some training wheels on. The food hall allows that. It helps us build our team stronger, it helps us get more reps. It's putting data together, so when a brick and mortar comes along, we can package that deal there and say we're actually an establishment that's open 7 days a week. It's been really helpful in our journey.
In October, we signed the lease for our first brick and mortar. We opened this month.
I think she just really wanted me to be stable. I think she just wanted me to have a good job, provide for your family, be involved, be a good person.
Kind of what she did.
Exactly what, that's a good point, exactly what she did.